Hello, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Got an interesting video for you today. This is all on Gina Carano's new film. It's a very, very interesting film. I'm quite surprised to a certain degree. Obviously, there will be a certain political bend to this film. It is called My Son Hunter. It's a Hunter Biden film, basically. It's obviously Joe Biden's son, and I'm genuinely surprised because I guess I would have thought people would try and distance themselves a little bit more from sort of politics with respect to their working environment as well. I mean, that's sort of my opinion. None of you guys actually know, how I vote or, what I do personally with my own personal politics. And if you, rather than just looking at the subsequent tiny little videos here and there, if you looked at my entire range and also frequented my live streams, you'd see that there's a wide range of individual beliefs rather than what you could gather just from one video per se. Because I don't like to blend sort of work and politics really. Discuss sort of social politics and things like that from time to time, but this is a fascinating one because I genuinely would have thought that I guess a separation would have taken place. But then as well, this is not like a condemnation of her doing it either. I just find it interesting. So we're going to take a look at this today. First and foremost, ladies and gents, this video is sponsored by moi. This is my ugly alien Christmas sweater. It's a limited edition design. Why is it limited, ladies and gents? Well, I've ran this design actually for a few years now. It's been going on, I think now this is the third year, and this will be its third and final year, and then this design will be retired. This is the best version of that design. It's got everything you can want in an alien ugly sweater. We've got Weyland-Yutani logos, xenomorphs, Ripley, the space jockey, even a little bit of Planet Earth, along with face huggers, chest bursters, eggs, and the Juggernaut ship. So this is the best version of this design on the best product that Teespring has to offer, which is an all-over premium sweatshirt. So grab it whilst you can. Yes, it's a little bit expensive, but we're going out with a bit of a bang on this design, and it will never return. So you're not obligated to get it. You don't have to. Loads of people were like, "Oh, yeah, a little bit too expensive." I get it, but you don't have to buy it, so it's fine. Calm down. Grab it whilst you can. The link is down below in the description box. This design will never be available again because it was designed for me by my graphic designer. So again, never available again on the back end of this selling out, basically. So there you go. Grab it whilst you can. Hopefully if you order now or soon-ish, you'll get it for December, and you can wear it all through December, and people can go, and you can go, yeah, I love aliens, I guess. It's a cool ugly sweater design. I'm really happy with it personally, so that's what we're going to be doing. Anyway, there you go. Grab it down below. Here we go. This is a Deadline article. So this is interesting because it's actually from Robert Davi, and I took a look at Robert Davi, and I was like, who the hell is Robert Davi? Name sort of rings a bell. Robert Davi is an award-winning actor, screenwriter, director, producer, and jazz vocalist. He's been in the Goonies. He's been in James Bond. So many things that I just was not really aware of. He's been in Die Hard. So he's actually, I guess you could say, a pretty storied history in Hollywood. So again, it's interesting that these little films are being made. I mean, kudos to anyone making these kind of films, because you think that people would be out to sort of, kill them off dead straight away. But it's just interesting. It just is interesting to watch someone's career from, working on Disney to now being, I don't want to say relegated, because it's not. She's still getting work. And there are some people that don't work at all. I would say that's relegation. So she's doing well. Obviously, it's not Disney money, but still doing well compared to some people who are just completely cancelled anyway. So here we go. In a video that was dropped on YouTube today, former The Mandalorian Gina Carano announced she's boarding the Robert Davi directed My Son Hunter, which follows the US president's son and his scandalous business dealings and lifestyle. The pic chronicles President Biden's youngest son and his party lifestyle as he acquired tens of millions of dollars from foreign entities owned by Chinese, Ukrainian, and Russian oligarchs. I'm really surprised Deadline chose to print this as well. It's not to say that none of it's true, but I'm just surprised, Hollywood, notoriously left-leaning, And now they're like, yeah, to hell with it. Yeah, like, it's just surprising. You know, they're going to have a smoking crack as well. Like, what's gonna go on? It's be fascinating to watch. Carano will play a world-weary Secret Service agent in the movie, which is currently filming in Serbia. She joins previously announced cast Lawrence Fox, who plays Hunter Biden, and John James, who's from Dynasty, who plays President Joe Biden. Fascinating cast, interesting. I do think Gina Carano could do better than this, quite frankly. But again, not a condemnation, more a compliment. But never mind. She is a world-weary Secret Service agent. Present at most of the Biden family's dodgy dealings, she provides a voice of truth and sardonic comedy over the absurd dealings of the Biden family and various Chinese, Russian, and Ukrainian oligarchs, said the Pic's producer Felim McAleer. It's an interesting name. She is present throughout the film, commenting and sometimes narrating the absurd life and party lifestyle of Hunter Biden and the dodgy dealings of his father. I tell you what, looking at it from like a filming perspective, that could make it really quite interesting. You know, you sort of see everything going on and then just hear that voice, because we've been introduced to the character, we know who she is, and then hear that voice come over. I think that could be quite nice, like a good way of doing it. And also hanging a lantern on the absurdities, you know, someone actually literally saying, this is ridiculous, what the hell am I watching? And making it more of a comedy. Not like a ha ha ha, but like a, Jesus, comedy. You know what I mean. Anyway, the story, the cast, the crew, the people, this is what makes art great, and this is what we're doing, said the actress. I feel excited to be working with incredible actors, a visionary director, and some new found friends as producers. The script was instantly intriguing and side-achingly hilarious to me, so this does sound like it could actually be a good laugh, especially after being newly exposed to the political realm in 2020. Robert Davi is someone who reached out to me as soon as I was cancelled in February 2021. I signed on in support of him and one of my favourite humans, Lawrence Fox. They both have always been actors I adore watching, and now they both have become my friends and mentors. The icing on the cake was getting to meet John James, a wildly funny, charismatic and lovable human. It is such a pleasure to be on the forefront of groundbreaking storytelling. And then Robert Davi jumped in here as well and says, when we think of the modern family, we look to women that are intelligent, feminine, strong, nurturing and vulnerable, and have a sense of humour. I have been blessed by knowing women who have served our nation. I wanted an actress who the audience would believe is capable of protecting such an iconic figure as Joe Biden. I mean, she could literally kick my ass, she'd kick your ass. Anyway, so Disney decided that Carano wasn't returning, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff's not that important. But Davi's acting credits include License to Kill, The Goonies, Die Hard, and he's directed and produced the movies The Dukes and Magic. He also performed and has the EP New York City Christmas. So there you go. I just thought this was interesting, and you know, from like a, you know, let's sort of analyze, you know, my personal views on it all. Like, should someone separate their work? Like, so say if their personal politics has come into fray and they've been cancelled as a result of it, I guess there's two avenues to go down. You know, you could choose to distance yourself from that sort of political leaning. So you know, in an effort to sort of appease the sort of all-father that cancelled you, and sort of worm your way back in. Or you could embrace that and go, you know what, actually I don't really give a shit, so do your worst, I'm just going to keep doing it. And I think that's kind of what Carano's done. I still find it surprising, though. I would personally have just taken some smaller roles, more indie-based roles that weren't so politically leaning, if I was in the same situation, to build up some credibility back, I guess. Not that she was discredited, because that's not the case, but I guess, you know, I hope you can see what I mean by all of this. So it's interesting. It's different, you know, different strokes for different folks, as it were. And it's just an interesting way to progress. Obviously, it's not really affecting her in any way, so disregard my personal opinion on this and how I would approach it, because clearly it doesn't mean fuck all. But there you go, ladies and gents. Please do let me know what you think down below. I think this will be quite comical, quite frankly. And I'm fascinated to see that mainstream media's writing about it, because you would think that this article from the Deadline would have a much more negative slant than it does, and it doesn't have a negative slant in any way, shape or form. Like, what world am I living in? Have I, like, gone to sleep and woken up an upside down, topsy-turvy world? It's just a surprise. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Again, support the channel by grabbing one of those awesome ugly sweaters. Again, you're not obligated to, you don't have to. Calm your tits if it's too expensive, don't worry about it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care.